Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Rigel Sengga. My student number is 2121410. Today, I will recommend my favorite book was the title is Narnia, Prince of Caspian. Why I so recommend this book is because this book has a very interesting storyline and has a concept of fantasy world that will take us to the world of magic, which is certainly very interesting. Okay, I will rate my favorite part 1. The island. Also there were a 4 children whose names were Peter, Susan, Edmund, and Lucy, and it has been told in another book called The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Whom they had a remarkable adventure. They had opened the door of the magic wardrobe and they found themselves in the quite different world from ours. And in that different world, they had become a king and queen in the country called Narnia. While they were in the Narnia, they seemed to rage for years and years, but when they come back through the door and found themselves in the England again, it all seemed to have taken no time at all. At any rate, no one noticed that they have ever been away, and they never told anyone except one very wise grew up. That had all happened a year ago, and now all 4 of them were sitting on the seat and a railway station with trunks and the playbox built up around them. They were, in fact, on their way back to school. They had traveled together as far as this situation, which was a junction, and here, in a few minutes, one train would arrive and take the girl away to one school, and it about the help and her another train will arrive and the boy will go up another school. The first part of the journey, when they were all together, always seemed to be part of holiday, but now when they will be saying goodbye and going to different ways so soon, everyone felt that the holiday were really over, and everyone felt their term time feeling beginning again, and they were all rather gloomy, and no one could think of anything to say. Lucy was going to the boarding school for first time. And second part I like this novel is The Ancient Treasure House. This once a garden, said Susan presently. It was a castle, and this must have been the county yard. I see what you mean, said Peter. Yes, that is the remains of the tower, and there is what used to be a flight of the step going up the top of the wall, and look at those older steps, the bird, a cell once going up that doorway. It must have been a door into a great hall. Ages ago, when the look of it, said Edmund. Yes, ages ago, said Peter. I wish we could find out who the people were that live in this castle, and how long ago. That gives me a queer feeling, said Lucy. Does it look? Said Peter, turning and looking hard at her, because it does the same to me. It is the queerest thing has happened this queer day. I wonder where we are and what you all mean. Well, the day we are talking, they had crossed the county yard and gone through the other doorway into that had once been the hall. This was now very like a county yard, for the roof had long since disappeared, and it was merely another space of the grass and the daisies, except that it was shorter and narrower, and the walls were higher across the far, and there was a kind terrace about 3 feet higher than the rest. I wonder, was I really in the hall? Said Susan. What is the terrace of the canteen? Why, you silly, said Peter, who had become strangely excited. Don't you see? That was the place where the high table was, where the king and the great lord sat. Anyone would think you have forgotten that ourselves were once king and queen, and that sat on a dais just like that in the great hall. In our castle of Paravel, continued Susan in the dreamy and the rather sing-song voice at the mouth and clear river of Narnia. Oh, cold, I forget. Oh, it all come back, said Lucy. We can't pretend we are in the Paravel now. This hall must behave very like a great hall in the feasted inn, but unfortunately without the feast, said Edmund. It's getting late, but you know, look how long shadows are. You haven't noticed that instant you heard. We shall need a campfire if we got to spend the night here, said Peter. I've got matches. Let's go and see if you can collect some dry wood. Okay, thank you very much. That's all from me.